we're biomechanical creatures. My brain works faster when I'm walking around. And you would think no, energy conservation should work slower, but it's not the case. Some of the best brainstorming is when you're walking and talking, not just sitting and talking, which is why for a while I tried to hack the walking podcast thing because I really enjoy walking and talking. My brain works better. And so the same way, I think doing and learning go hand in hand. And so if you want to learn, do.
Alright, so how does walking actually make you richer? So let's talk about the 4 eternal markets: health, wealth, relationship, and happiness. So walking alone, right, actually does help you in all 4 aspects. Alright, so let me go through one by one. So first and foremost, let's talk about wealth, right? Since the title of this video is going to be how walking is probably going to make you richer. If you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you are, I don't know, man, you're working, right? Whatever it is you're working on, whatever job you're doing, you need to go on a walk, right? You can't possibly just always stay in your office or wherever it is, your workstation, and then expect ideas or solve any form of problems just by sitting down or standing if you have a standing desk. That's what I do. Most of the time, it doesn't exactly work that way. Most of the time, you actually need to go for a breather, right? That's what they always say. Go for a walk, man. Walk it off, right? So when you have too many things on your mind, right? Too many decisions to make, and then you kind of like don't know what to do. You're kind of like thinking of the better way, thinking of new solutions for whatever it is that you're going through. Maybe not just in business as well, right? Maybe like I said, the health, wealth, relationship, happiness sort of things, it helps everything, right? It's a perfect medicine. It's a perfect antidote. It's a perfect cure. It's a perfect therapy. It is the perfect scenario, right? That's it, man. So go for walks. If you're too stressed out, just go for a walk. If you are too stressed, like I said, in your work, go for a walk. Think about it. Walk it off. Breathe some fresh air. Look at the scenery, what nature has to offer for you, right? That's why if you guys think about it, right, this literally just came into my head. Why most of the offices actually is always situated in the high-rise buildings. It's because you can see the nice, beautiful views. It's a vibe, right? It's a perfect vibe. Beautiful sceneries is there for a good reason. It's to give you, I guess, more motivation, give you more inspiration, gives you better decision thinking, right? All good stuff. All in all, to aid in your decision-making skills. So in return, it'll give you a positive ROI in your productivity. And obviously, it's going to ultimately help you in your whatever business endeavors you're in. So, end of the day, makes you richer, right? Okay, maybe it's not that simple, right? I understand. But it definitely helps you indirectly to get you to the ultimate destination. So that's for the wealth aspect. Health, obviously, cardio, right? That's one of the most important things. So having a good health, having a good cardiovascular system, right? Making sure that you're getting your steps in. And that is something that I've been incorporating these days, especially because, I've realized that I've been desk bound for the longest period of time. Standing is obviously going to be a better thing because you obviously have timers as well telling you to go for, to stand up, to stretch a little bit. There are timers, there are like built-in timers in the standing desk. At least for mine, there is. So it's kind of like every 30 minutes or so, you can set yourself as well. 30 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever it is that you feel like it. So obviously, you gotta go for a walk, get your steps in, get your 10K steps in. Very important. Very, very important to get your 10K, your daily 10K steps. It sounds a lot, right? It sounds like it's quite a substantial amount, but you have to do what you have to do, man. Because as you get older, as you get older, your body starts to break down. More wear and tear. It's not as flexible and as, fluid as compared to the past. No longer. I wish it is. I wish you can stay that way when you're young forever. But unfortunately, man, as you get into your mid-20s, your late 20s, or even your early 30s, right? That's where you start to discover where your body is actually giving you signs that, hey man, you're no longer that young. You need to start investing more physical activities, more motion into your system, into your physical system. So the main thing is, motion is lotion. I'll say it again. Motion is lotion. And that is not just to walking only. You have to like move your body. And I'm not talking about weightlifting. That is not exactly motion is lotion. It doesn't exactly fit into that category. I'm talking about like, hey man, all those hippie stuff, man. All those things that you guys see online, doing all those weird motion, stretching even. Stretching is one thing, but it kind of like literally have to move your body as intended. Like what your body is actually designed for. You have to do it. Right? You can't just stay stagnant. You can't just sit at your work desk. Even though at the point of time you kind of like feel nothing's happening, you feel comfortable. But actually in reality, right, hey, you're doing more harm than good, man. You're doing more harm than good. So you really have to start taking care of your body. You have to start taking care of your physical health. Especially when you guys are trying so hard to, work on your desk, whatever form of computer work. Be it, if you're working a job, right? Or if you're working on your own online business as well. So that's very important. That is paramount. You need to get out there, get your steps in, or better yet, invest in the, what is that called? The the treadmill that is for working for your workstation. I can't really exactly remember the exact term, but you guys know what I mean. Right? It's basically a treadmill. There's like a mini treadmill, and then you place underneath your standing desk, right? And then you just walk, and then you do your work. If you guys have enough capital, you can invest in that as well. That's one thing. But I think it's quite distracting. I don't know, man. That's me. I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, but you guys can go ahead and try that out. If you guys actually have it, you guys can comment down below if it's actually useful for you guys, if it's actually productive for you guys. I'm also thinking of getting one, but I don't know yet. I still don't know. Maybe I might. Because getting your 10K steps, right, it takes like what? 1 hour? An hour or so? If I'm not wrong, around there. Depends on how fast you walk, obviously. Around, I would like to say 30 minutes to an hour, but for me, what I actually did is that it's close to an hour for me, personally. Yeah. Comment down below as well. If you guys actually do, put your 10K daily steps, how long do you guys actually take to complete your 10K steps? Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe I have like short legs, man. I don't know. So my stride is a little bit shorter. So that sucks. I take around like an hour or so. Yeah. I mean, it's important, right? No matter how long it takes, you still have to get it in. Yeah. So normally at the end of the day, I go to the treadmill, get my steps in, 30 minutes to an hour or so, right? Burn a few calories. I feel my body works better. And then another thing is that the lower back issue as well. It helps your lower back. There's another video for another day. I have lower back issues. So walking has been something that is a very positive contributing factor. I would say so myself, if I do say so myself. Right. And then another thing is that relationship sort of things. So I'm trying to target all of the eternal markets. So relationship means to say that obviously if you're trying to date, right, you want to go for a walk, right? It's always best to go for a walk. Whatever form of dating you guys do, but in my opinion, right, going for a walk is always the best thing. Why? Because, just hear me out, this is just my opinion. If you go for a walk, it's way better than sitting down for a meal. Hear me out. Okay, at least for the first date. Why I say is because if you sit down, like I said, this is for the first date. If you sit down for a meal, everybody's all awkward. Everybody's all tensed up. Everybody's all nervous. I think you sit across face to face to someone new, right? Sure, you may want to have conversation. That's one thing, right? It really depends on conversational skills as well and your date, right? So, and then you guys eat. You guys put food in your mouth. Don't you guys always feel awkward at the first date, right? Like you don't really know that person. And then it's like, literally your stomach, your gut, or your throat even, it literally feels like it's harder to swallow your food. I'm pretty sure most of you guys understand what I'm trying to say. If you guys go on your first dates or so. That's always the case, right? Maybe, yeah, sure, it's the nerve, things like that, you're nervous. But that's the point. If you're nervous, then don't go for a eating date. Go for a walk. Trust me, guys. Go for a walk. It's way better. Because the first day is always to get to know each other, right? The whole point of dating, right, is to get to know each other. And then if you guys think you guys are fit, then yeah, eventually you guys do whatever the hell it is that you guys want to do, right? So going for a walk and then talking to each other is even better. Two birds with one stone. Get to know each other, get your steps in, burn some calories as well. Hey man, it's a perfect scenario. Just do it, guys. That's my tip. That's my trick, right? Go for a walk for a first date. Do not go for dinner, lunch, whatever the hell it is. Don't waste time. Don't waste time and don't waste money. Seriously, maybe you guys haven't heard this before. Most of the time, people always say, "Oh, just go for a meal, get to know each other, blah blah blah," and then maybe afterwards go for a walk. Right? I get it. But why don't you guys actually go for a walk first, and then maybe if you guys really are feeling each other better, right, then go for a meal. It'll be more enjoyable, right? And you guys are gonna work up an appetite as well. Perfect scenario. That's a quick dating tip or relationship tip for me. Okay, so if you guys want more advice or tips about dating, relationship, let me know, man. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want to hear from me. Okay, and then sorry, last thing is happiness. Let's just go through this quick. I don't want this video to be too long. I always ramble too much, right? So happiness, well, it's a mood booster. It makes you happier. Endorphins, dopamine, all those good stuff. Full stop. Period. That's all you need. Because you exercise, right? Basically, as a physical activity, you're going to be releasing feel good chemicals, right? Through your entire system, endorphins and stuff like that. You most definitely feel better. You feel happier. And once you feel happier, it's going to be a chain effect. You're going to be, you're going to do better things. You're going to make better decisions. You're going to be happy overall. That's the whole point of life, right? To be happy. If you're not happy, then what the hell, man? Right? So you guys get my point. You guys get my point. All right. So these are the main things. All right. I don't know. The title may be walking makes you richer, or walking makes you happier, or walking gets you more dates. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, but it hits the four eternal markets, like I said: health, wealth, relationship, and happiness. So just go for a walk. Okay, this is a very random video, I know, but it's just something that I want to throw inside to help out more people. All right, so go for walks. Get 10K steps in. Motion is always lotion. That's the main thing, and that's it. All right, see you soon.